It's Ash.
It's Leash.
Just your average but not average twins here today with a special guest. And our sister, she is the creator of Bettiful Creations and the educator of All Smiles Family Solutions. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monet Fontaine. I was born in Dallas. I grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland. That's how I met these two lovely ladies. And a fun fact about me is I went to French immersion school, so I know French.
Oh, French. See,
Okay. Right, we know a
little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
So we would like to always start off with a little icebreaker game.
Mhm.
Okay, so the first game is called 5-second rule. Basically, we're going to give you questions that you have to answer in under 5 seconds.
Okay.
And then, and then the other thing is we'll end it off with basically like a little scavenger hunt, and we're just going to time you. Okay, so we're not going to tell you.
Yeah, like see how fast
around my house.
No, probably.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you got some.
I'm pretty sure it's all right
so
there.
it should be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we just gonna time you and see how fast you.
Yeah. We're gonna make you run around
the house. That's doing too much.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna count our fingers.
Yeah, we'll just count our fingers. I guess we'll just do that. Okay, so I'll start. So name 3 things that you have in a starter kit for sewing.
Scissors, needle, and thread.
I'll bet.
Okay.
I like this. I was like, I'm gonna go with this.
Okay, so this might be, it might be a little tricky. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so name 3 things that a dental assistant needs on the first day on the job. Ready? Wait, chill out. Okay. 3, 2, 1, start.
Your scrubs, your mask, your shield, all of that.
Okay.
Especially now, double masked up, especially now.
Right. Okay, so now we're off to the scavenger hunt. Okay.
Okay.
So first, you gotta kind of remember these.
Yeah,
items
because
now.
she got 2, I got 2. So
right. Okay, so the first would be go get something that one of your daycare kids left at your house.
That's easy.
No, wait.
Okay. So I'm getting all these at once. Can I write it down?
4 things.
And my other thing is go get a mask that has blue in it that you've made.
Okay. Maybe I should make this. Cause I have 2 things. Okay. Go get a piece of 2 different fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 different scrunchies.
Okay.
Because you said like you had 2 sizes. So yeah. Okay.
Go now.
Go. Yes, go.
Okay. So stop at 50 seconds. So you have show us in the camera.
Okay. Said mask, blue mask.
Blue in it with blue.
It's actually reversible. I actually made this from.
Ooh, that's cute. Is that guitar? What is on the guitars?
It's like astronauts.
Astronaut.
Oh, cute.
That was
on the blue side. It's
like rockets.
Yeah,
okay.
That's cute.
Something that my kids left. So when I took my dental admissions test, they all wrote me like little notes. And when I open the daycare, I'm gonna like frame all of their notes that they've ever written me. So
that is so cute.
You should put them like all together and then frame them.
I have like a whole pile because
that's
right. And the 2 pieces of fabric was behind me the whole time, but I'll take some of my swatches. But and this is the fabric that I'm gonna use for this dress. Isn't it pretty?
Oh yes, that's pretty. It's like a little. It's a silk like green.
Yeah.
That's a nice green too.
And then she didn't have any scrunchies, y'all. It's okay.
Don't have the scrunchies, but it's all good.
All right, let's just hop into the questions, okay? All right. Let me wait. Okay. So we want to first discuss Bettiful Creations and how that came about. Mm-hmm. So your grandmother was your inspiration for bringing this to life, of course. So my first question for you is, what is your initial motive in making these various creations?
My initial motive, I would say, is to just, I see all of the creations that I do make as just like me returning to like my safe haven, if that makes sense. Like I feel as though when I am creating, it's like just a woosah. And so like I saw this thing and it was just like you can't really bring forth change if you don't take care of yourself. And just being a young adult and just trying to trying to get a hold on adulting, like I was just like, I need to find a passion project, like something that like would just help time, like just like slow down while everything else is going like.
So it was like an outlet, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, not only do you share your successes of your creation, but you also share your trials that happen throughout the process. Why is why is posting both of them such a focus for your personal growth?
Because I know that there's probably somebody out there who thinks like me, and it's just like, OMG, like I don't have X, Y, and Z, and don't pay attention to what you do have or what you did accomplish. Like it might not be a couture piece, but you stitched some fabrics together and you made it, like, so, and like I have a hard time enjoying all parts of the process. So I'm trying to get better at like, okay, enjoying being a novice and a learner. And then before you know it, I'll be able to teach others, like, and, just keep on growing. So
it makes people have like personal relationships with you and they can relate.
Exactly.
Can you elaborate on what we will see more of and what new things that you have planned?
Yes. So now that I am comfortable with my skills, like at a novice level, I am starting to make clothes and do alterations. So I've been trying to finish this dress, but it's in the works. And so definitely some clothes. I definitely want to cater to men more. Like I was thinking about trying to do, like ties.
That's pretty cool. Because I know you
like the boxers for guys. Like, there's a whole bunch of cute cotton out there, but and I definitely at some point, like on my short-term goal is to cater to plus size women and just plus size in general. The non-binary clothing options, like just things that can include everybody.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so what feedback have you been given from the community upon starting this platform?
Honestly, I've gotten a lot of like surprisingly overwhelmingly good like feedback. I know, like when I had first started making the mask, like it was like, whoa. Like I was just like, I didn't know that I could reach so many people. I think I had stopped counting, but when I had stopped counting, I had made like 275 masks. And that's just like I was shipping masks. Like I was just like, whoa. Like, I was even thinking about opening an Etsy shop, but I was just like, that's too much for me right now. Like
that's very wow.
Like it was overwhelmingly like wow.
So what was that like process like at night? Like, did you have to stay up all night to just
girl.
I know your hand was hurting. Like the orders coming in.
Like, and I was talking with a friend of mine, and I basically told her like I have a hard time gauging like my worth, if that makes sense. When in terms of work, in terms of work. So to sew all of that, I had to cut the templates, stitch, lining. God forbid you mess up and have to unstitch something. So, I gotta do it again. I had fun with it, especially because like it was COVID, like everything was really shut down at that point. So it's just like I broke it up into pieces. Like I would plan and cut one day, I would stitch and flip the next day, and I would assemble on the third, go back and make sure that everything is stitched. So it was a process, but again, I enjoyed myself. So Yeah.
And that's what counts.
We got more practice too, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, how are you able to balance consistency with now like posting to your YouTube, your dancing videos, also practicing sewing and working on that towards your goals, and also getting into dental school? So how are you being able to like balance all of that?
Um, it sounds like so much when like somebody else. So I'm like, girl.
Girl.
But to be honest, I'm a morning person. I wake up really early. One of the kids I take to school, I have to be there super early. But like either before or after, I just take advantage of my time. To be honest, um, I if I'm not going to say that I use like all 24 of my hours productively, but like I definitely just try to be intentional about my time and how it's spent. Because what I struggled with, and to be honest, what I struggled with was like over planning. Like when I first started to tap into all of my endeavors, I kid you not, I would plan 2 hours to sit down and sew. I would plan to go practice the dance, and I would like plan to go study. But like in terms of like my creative projects, when I was putting deadlines on them, the passion, like it wasn't as strong.
I feel that.
I can't really like plan when I'm like, my sister asked me, oh, when am I gonna finish this dress? And I was just like, when
I don't know.
And sometimes,
Whenever I do
but
it.
sometimes it goes over the time, or
yeah.
maybe so it's like
Hard to
help
schedule that, right?
Yeah, and it's like, dang, what are you gonna get frustrated because you're over the time? But you might need that time, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And things come up, like
yes,
it's not like we're human.
It's
Like a
life.
lot of stuff happens. Yeah.
But yeah, I just try to just be intentional about how I spend my time. And I just tell myself that, okay, like if I'm trying my best, then it's gonna show, like it's gonna reflect on all that I'm doing. So and it's just being patient. So yeah.
Since you started Bettiful Creations during the pandemic of last year in 2020, do you believe it would have happened or have been brought to light if it wasn't for us having to quarantine from COVID?
So let me tell you, I wholeheartedly do believe that Bettiful Creations definitely still would have been a thing, because I had told myself going into 2020, like we graduated 2019 from college. So like I had told myself, okay, I want to find like a passion project. And my grandma had already taught me how to sew in like grade school. So I told myself I want to go buy a sewing machine. So like around like February, like in February, like maybe 2.5 weeks before COVID hit the way it did, me and my grandmother was chilling. We went to Walmart, we got my sewing machine. And then when COVID hit, like there were no sewing machines, like nowhere. So I was like, I just call it divine. I call it divine timing, because like it was already a thought. Like I had prayed on it. I really, like just asked for guidance, like to just be able to find some type of woosah. Because like I'm not gonna lie, that transition from undergrad to adulthood was really something.
No, really something. No joke.
No joke.
It was like a slap in the face. So and at that time, I had already been home for like a couple of months, and I was just like, yeah, no, I need to find
something to do, you know.
Yeah.
But
Because
people picked up hobbies and picked up like, things they've never done before,
quarantine.
or maybe they wanted to do but they couldn't make it before. So then quarantine happened, and it
actually motivated you, like it motivates you to do more, like quarantine, like you were sitting at home doing nothing was open, so what could you do? Like make use of time for dancing, that's your first love.
Yes.
Give us like, I mean, you can just give us like a brief timeline of like when you started dancing. Like, did you stop? How did you continue? You know what I'm saying? Why did you start your YouTube channel on it?
So I grew up dancing. My mom actually taught dance. And I grew up dancing at the studio that she taught classes at. So it was always like a very close-knit situation. And I competitively danced up until like high school. I think going into high school, that's when I was just like, I'm kind of tired of the dancing, but it also gave me a scholarship to McNamara. So I was just like, I'm gonna try to thug it out. But then sophomore year, I started playing volleyball. So I put dance on the back burner. Yeah, I did volleyball. And then in college, when I got to college, I was like, oh, I miss dance so much. Like, I would just be walking around campus, like people be recording me dancing. Like, okay, let me try to figure out how I can include that into college. When I transferred to Xavier, I was actually on the dance team and the volleyball team my first year there. And although I love the experience, again, clearly I have an issue with taking on too much.
Too many things. Like that's what I said.
Exactly. Like I'm just like, yes.
You got classes to go to. You playing a sport. It's too much.
Oh, yeah. I had to say sayonara to the dance team after my sophomore year because I was just like, I gotta graduate. I love dance, but I gotta graduate. So
yeah.
But I still like dabble like on the side. Like if dance team had like an event, I would go to that class. But then when I graduated, I had graduated and a good friend of mine, Jada Brooks, that I grew up dancing with, I saw that she was teaching classes out certified in Virginia. And I was just like, bet, like Jada's teaching them. I'm comfortable with her already. Big transition back to dancing. And I started going to other people's classes. And then I was just like, bro, like this is a great way to stay in shape because like that's a new thing as well. Being a young adult, like your body doesn't really, it's changing. So, and then COVID was a thing. So I didn't really feel comfortable going to the gym like that for real. And then, but then once COVID did hit, that's when I started dancing in my basement. And that's when I started like just playing around with like choreo, just seeing what I can still do as I like to call it. You know, to just see what it's giving. And like, in the end, like I feel like by me dancing in my basement during COVID, I call COVID like the transformational year because I feel like it kind of forced everybody's hand to just get in touch with like themselves, honestly and truthfully. And I was just grateful to just have the space to just like acknowledge anything and then just like dance it out. So then that's how the YouTube channel came about. I just had so many different takes on just so many ideas, like so many ideas.
You had to share them with the world. Yeah.
Okay, so ironically enough, because I was trained in all these different categories, I'm recently playing around with the idea of tying two genres into one dance video. So like in Teenage where I did the heels and then there was like a lyrical contemporary. The next video that I'm currently in the works of planning is actually with the Thomas Pullen alum, Corey.
Yes. Wait, okay.
We're currently collaborating a tap and hip hop piece.
Yes, I can't wait.
You know, just trying to play around with things, and in terms of like the YouTube aspect, in terms of like engagement, I want to get some of my friends to like learn it's like 2 accounts who aren't dancers, so just see how
just do it. Right.
So just to keep playing around with things, and then like teaching the kids helps me with that as well. So
are you teach them dance?
Yeah, at Dance Makers.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about your other kids.
Okay. No.
Well, as a creator, you have incorporated obviously performing arts, dance, and added along with your creations. So overall, what creations were you most proud, or are you most proud of?
My proudest creation, I would say, is definitely the mask. Like the way that like touched me is like beyond anything that like I can ever receive like monetary assistance. Like, yeah. So definitely my mask. And I'm gonna say all of my creations. Like, I don't know. It's just
Talk
You
your
can say
stuff.
that. You
You
can say
better
that.
you can
Why
say that, girl.
it's just
Yo.
me. I am the queen of I want to do X, Y, and Z, and just like I just have scatterbrain. Like I'm interested in so much. So for
Yeah.
We are the
That's
same.
yeah.
literally, so like for me to actually like, like take the time and energy and like create something, like I'm just like, okay, Monet, you see what happens when you sit down and like and get things done. So yeah, but so the overall feelings that my creations give me, just thumbs up.
What are the basic essential needs that you have to begin sewing?
um Definitely a pair of fabric scissors. Ding, ding, ding. A nice pair of shears, because how you cut is how it's gonna come out. So if your cuts are raggedy and not clean, your garments not gonna be clean.
Yeah.
You need backup needles because you're supposed to change your needle for every project that you create.
Really? Why you gotta change your needles?
Because they're so thin and like a lot of stitching, it's just like wear and tear of the needle, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You need your de-stitcher. I'm so not saying the proper
You're
hold on, wait. I have a whole caboodle. My little caboodle. So you need your needles.
Needles, check.
Your thread.
Thread. Okay. I have that thread.
That's all junk. You definitely need your tomato. A pin.
Oh yeah, the tomato.
That's really, or like some chalk or like something to just mark your your front, back, sides. That's really it.
I feel like everyone. What is it called?
Caboodle.
Oh, caboodle. That's
I call those caboodles. I call them
no
caboodles.
the actual like the stuff you put it in.
What?
That's the talking about the whole thing is called caboodle.
Yes. Caboodle.
That is weird. I'm that caboodle.
You never knew that.
No, my mom has one.
We just,
I just say, where's the kit? Where's the sewing kit?
I can't even
yeah, I'm talking about like in competition days, like y'all put y'all makeup in something like this, right?
Yes.
It's called a caboodle.
I never called it caboodle.
Hey, I know the name. I didn't know the name.
Right.
I just put it in there.
Say the makeup bag, makeup kit,
put it in
whatever
there.
it's called. I don't know.
Yeah.
They all the same thing. Like
I feel like everyone's caboodle is messy when they have it over time. Like
just a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. We're gonna move to the All Smiles Family Solution.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is a dual daycare and dental facility, correct? That's the
aspiration. That's
right.
The aspirations, but yeah.
Right. So that's what I was going to ask. So is your plan to fully complete this company after dental school?
Well, in a perfect world, All Smiles will have a home before I enter dental school. And then that way, so that I can like just have like some type of establishment within my community. And then I always told myself that when I become a dentist, like I want that to be like the cherry on the cake. So like I want to be able to already have some type of connection with my community before I become a dentist. So that way, while I'm when I get to practicing, I already have people to serve.
Yeah. Keep those. Yeah. Okay, so how are you able to provide the child care services while being COVID safe and the necessary precautions?
So I made all the kiddos little masties, and I am grateful enough to have a spacious basement. In the fall, I had 6 kids total, and it was an even balance of 3 toddlers and 3 kids. So I really had the toddlers on one half and the kids on the other. And I also had an air. My mom and I purchased the air purifier as well for the basement. Um,
Smart.
yeah, I was getting COVID tests bi-weekly.
Oh wow.
I also had the amazing opportunity to have my friend Tariq come and help. He's also in childcare as well. So like just keeping his test up to date. We wore masks and shields. Just pretty much everything that outside is doing, just in a more controlled environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank Thankfully, none of the kids have
Had
got
it.
under my watch, under my care.
Oh,
So
that's great. Y'all being safe over there, you know.
hey, all
Hey, I mean, got
all
to.
smiles is all safe. Come on.
You learn lessons from children while working with them, of course. What have these children taught you while providing these daycare services?
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Uh,
Yeah.
the boo-hooing.
Emotional.
I'm not gonna cry because no, but ooh, these kids have taught me that, well, honestly, like, to be honest, working with kids places a big magnifying glass on your inner child. So just being able to just get to know them, I'm learning more about like myself, if that makes sense. Just and just to be honest, they just teach me to always be patient and be kind. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard when you're working with children and you're not a parent. Like, it's not your child. Like, you don't want to overstep boundaries. But how, or what I tell myself is like, okay, just talk to them how you wanted to be talked to when you were X, Y, and Z. Like, like, granted, I'm not gonna like go crazy with it, but like just being kind and just treating them like they're human. Like, like, and just acknowledging that they have feelings. We all have feelings, like we all have our days, we all have our happy moments, but just being around kids is just cool to just be in their ambiance, and just they're just so pure, so genuine. And
Yes, and they like working with kids is just like, especially different age groups. Like, you have to relate to them in different ways. Like, they're not all the same person.
Yeah. And then like the kid that I take to school, he is 4, but his soul has been here before. Y'all, every morning, well, practically every morning. His grandparents came into town one day and they played Michael Jackson for him. And ever since, I'm all Michael Jackson out. Like, as soon as I put him in the car and I walk around and I get in, can you play some Michael? If it's not Michael and like there's a girl playing, is that Janet? No, sweetheart.
Wow.
And so
He's like an old little soul.
That's like that's what's good about this generation. Like, you can introduce a kid to something and they'll just grasp it up. Like,
and he holds you accountable.
Do you have your wallet? Did you leave your check home? No, I didn't. Thank you.
When we were younger, we was
Yes.
they're just grown nowadays.
Like, always teach me like everything.
Teaching you
like,
everything.
You'll say something and they'll remember it. And I was
right
for reminding me. Yes.
I had told myself that once, because websites are expensive. So but once I get a website, I definitely plan on doing a blog and just like writing about my lessons that the kids taught me. Because like I feel like growing up, I was always like, I wasn't always told, but I would always hear kids don't have opinions, kids don't, like, just so belittling. But like, if you like actually sit down and just like allow yourself to potentially learn from somebody who is younger than you, like, them kids, like, they got it. Like,
From your services so far, how have you seen the kids benefit from your tutoring services?
oh, so one of the kids, disclaimer, I just want to give like a personal shout out to all of the parents who have been juggling working and monitoring their kids. Like that was like one of the big, like the main pushes why I wanted to just help, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the, like, I'm monitoring their classes, so I get to hear the teachers, and it's just like for some of them I can hear the frustration in this whole
Mm-hmm.
learning environment. Like it's just like they can't really tell where a kid is like lacking,
Or
because
why?
it's
Yeah.
not a one-on-one, and for a lot of those kids it's their first time with that teacher, so there is no previous, but so I had a kid who is like not re- not the best receptive. I don't know if I'm saying that
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah. Yes.
But to it, and he did not want to read no books. Like no, like so I have started incorporating him reading his book into his free time, and he was not happy. But
Big man. How many
he was
times
so
I
not
said,
happy.
book?
So like he would be like, I want to go home. And I would be like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like,
it's
I
they
want
get
okay.
frustrated.
They
Yeah.
do.
It's okay. But the holidays came and his dad had told me that is enjoying reading on his own now.
Oh.
Like, cause, and then it's, what I'm coming to learn is it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, go and look at movies that came from books, and to
Mm-hmm.
go find the books to the movies that you like to watch. So
Mm-hmm.
by just like flipping the script and trying to making it seem like he has like a part oneer and a part two to something that he already enjoys doing, he got doing it just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, okay, I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it.
Yeah.
um I had a toddler who he's a military family, so they was just like moving
Mm-hmm.
around a lot. So he wasn't really like verbal a lot. And his mom had told me that they just want him to talk more. And by the time he left, like he would say all the kids' names. He was talking.
Really? That is so
Yeah,
great.
so it's just like, granted, it's only like a small number, but like I'm
But
proud.
you know that your work is paying off.
And
You know
even
what you're
it's the
doing.
little things.
That's what I'm saying.
And you have to, little kids, they process things very different. Like you have to kind of make it so that they can understand exactly what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk like with, of course, like a grown adult, or you gonna do this. You have to literally break it down.
You know, you can help them with it. Like go through the process with them with it.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, like the younger kids, they're just so smart.
they're
Like
smart.
They're so
I be having conversations with my 6-year-old cousin. I'm just like, are you 6 or are you 8? Like, you're so smart. And like just all intellectually, like just they're just
Mhm.
smart. I mean, I don't blame them.
yeah. Like I don't know what I mean. Obviously, they probably just hear stuff and they put it together in their brain, whatever makes sense. But it's so funny how they like.
I mean, like to hear them talk about COVID, like they're
Yeah.
they're very in the know of what the virus is,
Viruses.
terms, social distancing, masks, like and it's like to like a whole different level, because to I'm gonna say we only probably experienced the swine flu as a like pandemic before it hit
Mhm.
H1N1. And even then, like we was in grade school and I couldn't even much tell you much detail.
What it was like, what the
And
effect.
COVID is more like severe and more like in your face. But I'm just saying, like they know. Like they
And
know.
then they'll relate this anybody saying they don't feel good. You got the coronavirus. I'll be like, no,
like
it's a
that's
little cold.
we can still be sick and not have COVID.
Don't
Right.
Chill out.
Yeah. Like don't speak that into existence.
Yeah, don't say it too loud because
I know.
I can't hear you.
Like, come on now.
No, but yeah, they'll say the whole thing, and it's so I'm like, oh gosh. But yeah, they're so smart. They're geniuses.
But even remember, even our sister's friend's son, he came on my phone. He came over here and he came on my phone. And when I say my phone is everywhere, you won't find things in my phone. Mm-hmm. And he just went to the YouTube, found it. And I was like, how did you find my YouTube? He's scrolling, typing in the music video that he wanted. Mm-hmm. I said, what?
He's only what, 3?
He's 4, I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you know that?
They that's like their toy. Literally, that's their toy.
I'm gonna end it off with the showing our theme, which is rep your brand. So you're basically gonna show a representation of your brand and why it means it's so important to you, basically.
Okay. I'm going to do my beloved dress in the works. So like I said, I'm going to be using this fabric. Green just looks,
what? You got something on it?
Barbecue sauce.
Hold up, is that a hole or a mark?
Barbecue sauce.
Barbie,
what you was eating over there? What was you eating?
Ribs, man. I'm so bad.
Girl, over there grubbing.
Oh no, you're gonna have.
Okay, let me just go back to
okay. Oh wow. Hopefully there's a lot to go around. Is there a lot?
Yeah, but
this is one of her skirts that's on your Instagram.
Yes, go ahead and show that.
Okay, so this is a skirt that I've made. And I'm laughing because I so did not measure this skirt right. I measured it directly. I measured it with no seam allowance. And what that means is the measurements that I took off my body are the exact same measurements as the skirt is. So if I gain a pound in the wrong spot,
oh gosh,
on the top. But I mean, I sewed a zipper on the side.
How the heck do you sew a zipper? Oh my gosh,
that's nice.
That is cool.
So I sewed the zipper.
Little small zipper.
It has elastic on the inside because this fabric is kind of thick and it is.
Is it stretchy?
No, the fabric isn't. So that's why I wanted to add elastic.
Oh yeah.
Or something, it just tightens it. Well, that's what elastic does on it. But yeah, so
you worn it out?
No, not yet, because it hasn't been cool. I made this in COVID.
So does it fit you now?
Yeah,
oh,
I'll slide it on. It's just uber tight.
Ooh, showing all the curves.
Now we're going. Hop it up, jump it up, jump it up. You gotta jump it on the booty. Come on.
So I mean, this is the dress, and I also made my slit too wide. See how it's
coming up.
So I would have bought. I should have just.
Can you do alterations to it, or you can
sew that?
I really could, because this dress is actually really cute. I'm sorry, this is actually really cute. I'm about to take off my pajama pants. This skirt fits me a lot better than what it did when I first made it. So maybe
I know, it does look like it fits you really well, though.
Yeah,
it's not too short.
It fit me like this, y'all, when I first made it. Hold on. I'm out here losing weight.
Yeah, you must have lost weight, girl.
Pounds. Okay.
Yeah, show the legs.
Right. Ooh, and the tattoo.
Oh, the tat.
But so yeah, I made this. I really wish I could find my change wallet, but I think a year ago to the date, on March 28th, last year I had made my first creation, and it was a change wallet. So to just be able to progress from a wallet to a mask to hair ties to scrub caps to skirt to a dress, like the evolution is really is very humbling.
Any last minute things you would like to share with the people, share with the viewers you want them to know about anything?
How can they, place orders, through you, DM you?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the dental aspect of things.
Okay.
We all know COVID has been in the way for quite some time now. I just want to encourage everybody to go get their cleanings if they didn't feel safe about doing it in 2020 because of like the freshness of COVID. I completely understand. But I'm encouraging everybody to go get their cleaning at Special Care Dentistry. It's off Central Avenue. As far as orders go, I'm currently out of commission when it comes to making things for others in the moment. But if you are interested in keeping up with my dress and just all of my creations, then you can follow my Instagram at Bettiful Creations. It's a period. Bettiful period creation. And if you are interested in seeing me bust a move or two in all of the collaborations that I have, then you can subscribe to my YouTube at Neo Soul Princesa. That's princess, but no, it's an A instead of two S's.
Can I ask where'd you get the name from? Let's talk about the name.
The name. I love Neo Soul, like music, like the genre. So, and then I was just like, well, I didn't want to be like a neo soul queen because like I think of like Erica, Jill.
Yes.
So I was just like, okay, I'm not to that caliber. So I'm gonna just call myself a princess. And I just wanted like something catchy, like
it works. It fits.
So yeah, that's how that came about.
I couldn't keep up.
But yeah, and I'm working on my social media for my dance. So, but it's the same as the YouTube if you're only trying to get in contact like for only dance. But if you're trying to like kiki it with me, it's neosoul.princess on Instagram.
Okay, I heard her.
Yes, and ours of course is _twins on Instagram.
And mine is Ash Simone, 2 H's and 3 E's.
And we just want to say thank you for sitting down with us and just chatting.
Platform. You guys
and it was so good to see all your creations because I've never seen all of them. And
because when we was drinking, we didn't talk about I know you could sew, like what all these passions. And I just love it. So
and keep it up, girl.
Keep it up,
Yeah, I love y'all.
Love you too. Want to hear more inside talk on Hang with the Bells? Check us out next time on YouTube.